Hello, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Weekly UK. Today we're going to name, I'm going to name manners, my top 5 favourite female wrestlers in WWE history. At number 5, I'm going to go for an old classic. The diva that was revolutionised, the word diva to be fair, and the first original diva I think is Sunny. Sunny was a great valet, and she was also a great manager, valet, whatever you want to call it these days. But she always added something to each wrestler that she was a part of. And obviously in the 90s, she was the only one really there. And she was before her time. She should have been around a bit longer than she was. But obviously a lot of stuff happened in the past. But I think Sunny was a great addition to the roster back in the 90s. I think she added a lot to a lot of characters. And I think she's justified in being one of my 5 favourite. Number 4, I'm going to go for the Extreme Lita. Lita was before her time. Obviously hanging around with the Hardy Boys, she had to be that extreme wrestler, that daredevil, that high-flying wrestler. Lita had a very good run in WWE. Obviously she started in ECW as a valet, then she went to WWE, and then she was a valet still, but then she kicked off her wrestling career with great matches with Trish Stratus, with Ivory, with Jacqueline, some amazing matches watching, and I think she is one of the most iconic female wrestlers that people look out for a lot because of what she did and how she broke waves in the wrestling industry. Obviously, she was on Raw constantly, always shown, and I felt like her matches with Trish Stratus always got a bit more time than normal women's matches, so that's why she's number 4. Number 3, Chyna. There's obviously a lot of controversy with Chyna, what she's done after wrestling, but she had to make money. It's up to her what she wanted to do. She's passed away now, but she's probably one of the greatest female wrestlers ever to live. She did stuff that was not possible in the past. She competed in Royal Rumbles. She won men's titles, the IC title. She won it twice. It's ridiculous. Like, what she'd done in her career, for me as a wrestling fan, eclipses anything that she's failed in her aftermath or after career. I say failed, it's not failed, it's up to her. But for me, Chyna was before her time. She changed so many eyes on just what a woman's wrestler should be. She was dominant, she was aggressive, she looked great, she was good in the ring. Obviously, early days with DX, she was funny as well. They had funny elements to her character, and I think Chyna. Obviously, we all know the history of Chyna, how she was released or let go. It wasn't really her fault. I think that she could have such a long run. I know she had a lot of injuries, but Chyna for me was one of the greatest female wrestlers and most influential female wrestlers for anybody to watch and wanted to get into the wrestling business. Number 2, obviously, I'm a Brit. I gotta love the Brits. And Paige, similar to Chyna, she's had some outside the ring issues as well, but we're talking about a wrestling ability, and I, in my opinion, she is the reason that the whole women's revolution happened. She was that anti-diva, her and AJ to be fair, and she was before her time. Like, she had to retire because of injury twice now, and there is rumours about her coming back. Paige for me was a amazing in-ring performer. She's got an amazing career. It's her past career. If you haven't seen the film, the Fight of My Family, it's amazing to see her for what she went through, and obviously how much she's done in her career and how long she's been wrestling for. To be fair, like, she made a debut at 18 in WWE or wherever it was, and she was already wrestling for 4 or 5 years. It's crazy. She is, for me, the main reason that this whole women's revolution started and happened. For female wrestlers like her, I think she's underappreciated, and we should let her know that how good she actually was, and how influential she was on a lot of people to get into the wrestling business in England. There's a lot more female trainees in England now because of her. A lot of people look up to her and how great she was, and I hope she does come back one day. She needs to finish her career in her own way. But for me, number 1, you can say she's a part of the women's revolution. Obviously, I believe Paige started it, but obviously this woman helped a lot. My number 1 pick is Charlotte Flair. For me, watching Charlotte Flair, this is what I think is good about Charlotte. When you watch her wrestle, it's just so bloody good. what she can do in a ring and how she does the stuff she does is amazing. People always say that WWE give her titles, but obviously the thing is, I think she's going to equal Rick, obviously, with females to men. That's the way it's going to happen. But she backs it up in a ring. She's like the greatest women's wrestler I've ever seen. She's great in the ring. She's good on the mic. She adds a lot of pageantry to her entrance, and she gets that Ric Flair, the nature, we can call it the nature girl now. She adds that now. She is her own entity as well. Charlotte Flair is a phenomenal wrestler, and I think a lot of people need to get out of their own fucking asses with her, because they always talk about, oh, she's living off her dad and her dad's name, but I don't think that's true. I think she might have got the job because of her dad. That's completely fair, but she has excelled, and she is a phenomenal in-ring talent and an amazing female wrestler. For me, she's my favourite ever female WWE wrestler of all time. That's just the way it is. But there you go, guys. That was my top 5 favourite female wrestlers of WWE of all time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I missed a few names off the list, but this is my favourite, not yours, remember. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tune in for more wrestling content. There will be a lot more coming up soon, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.